Hi, good morning, all of you. So let's continue this topic of performance measurement. So we have learned in last session that in this chapter, we are learning about how to measure the performance of an organization. And if you will see here, we are measuring the performance of the organization based on just the financial factors. Just by watching the money, what we are earning, on that basis, we are measuring the performance of the organization. But if you will see these factors, here we are considering both financial factors and we are considering the non-financial factors. So by considering both financial as well as non-financial factors, we are measuring the performance of an organization. All right, so this is what we are doing here. Now the question comes here. Okay, so in last session, we have learned about balance scorecard. We have learned about the balance scorecard, that how with the help of balance scorecard, we can measure the performance of the organization. And the point was measuring the performance through analyzing the customer, then through analyzing the business internal business process of the organization, learning and growth of the organization, and financial factor. Finance is one of the factor here. Money we will consider, but along with that, we are considering the non-financial factors. Then we have learned about the triple bottom line, where we have learned about 3 P's: people, planet, and 3 P's. People means what? So society, planet means environment, and profitability of the company. Again, financial factor of the company. So we have learned these two things, right? Now let's come to one of the factor. Let's consider the performance pyramid now, right? Let's consider the performance pyramid, and let's, with the help of performance pyramid, let's try to understand how we can measure the performance of an organization. So if you will see just in front of you, we have an image of performance pyramid. First question comes here: who introduced this pyramid, right? It was first introduced by K.F. Cross and R. Lynch. So it was first introduced by these two people in 1989. It was published in an article about this pyramid, right? Okay, now the question comes, what do we measure here, ma'am? Performance measurement, right? So how we can measure the performance of the organization using this model? All right. So if you will see here, let's try to observe this model. This entire model is first divided into two parts. One is external effectiveness and internal efficiency. If you will see, and they are focusing on the corporate, means the company or the organization vision, right? They are focusing here on the company's vision. All right, they're focusing here on the company's vision. And they are considering what? They're considering, see, they have divided it completely into two parts. One is what? External effectiveness and internal efficiency. All right. So they have divided it into two parts. If you will see, what is internal efficiency? How well the company is performing inside. How well the company's performance, how well the company's process, how well the employees are working within the organization, how well the company is producing the goods, their quality, right? Their efficiency, right? And then obviously financial profitability. No. So the point is that if you will see internal efficiency, means if you will see this part, so this part is focused on how well the company is performing. within the organization. We are considering all the factors within the organization. So we're just watching that how well the company is performing. All right, internal efficiency. And if you will see here, the external efficiency, they will consider the external environment. Right? So in external environment, we will consider the market. Customer is outside the organization. So whether the customer is happy or not with the organization. And external environment, you will see the market. You will see what you are deliver and whether you are providing a quality product to the customer or not. Outside the organization, what you are doing. Okay. So this is how we have first divided this entire performance pyramid into two parts. One is internal, one is external. All right. Okay. So here, one we will see internal efficiency. And on the other side, we will see external effectiveness. All right. Okay. Now, if you will see, the internal efficiency is focused on what operation, business operation, both internal and external efficiency, both are focused on the business operation, right? How on the operating activity of the company. It is actually focusing on what? The operating activity of the company. Business operation, the operating activity of the company. It is focused on that. All right, then what will you measure? The cycle time and the waste. Now, what is it? So waste means you are providing the quality product, right? There is no non-value added activity. You know waste means what now? Hai na? Waste means all the non-value added activity of the company. We have learned 7 deadly waste in the organization. So here the focus of the organization is to find out all the non-value added activity. That means find out all the waste in the company and focus on only the value added activity. Right? So identify all the waste, remove them from the organization. The organization is completely focused on finding the waste and removing them from the organization. Right? This is internal efficiency. Inside, right? Organization is focusing on inside. Internal efficiency. So the organization will find the waste, find all the non-value added activity and remove all the waste from the organization. All right. Okay, then what is the second point? Cycle time. Cycle time means manufacturing. It means efficiency. How efficiently the company is producing the goods. There is no waste of time. Right? How efficiently the company is producing the goods will come under cycle time. Okay. This is what department and work center. This all talk about the department and work center, right? Then we will focus on what? Productivity and flexibility. It will be productivity of business operation of the organization. Yeah. Then obviously, if the waste is less, non-value added activity is less, cycle time is good, right? The company is producing the goods very efficiently. Productivity of the company will be good, right? Then what will happen? The company will manage to achieve their all financial goals. All right, the company will manage to achieve their all financial goals. Now, what is the corporate vision here? Whatever the company may have, whatever their corporate vision, to achieve those corporate vision, the company would have to focus on internal efficiency. Internally, the company is very efficient. So company should focus on internal efficiency. On the other hand, external effectiveness, matlab bahar ka, outside. So outside means what you are delivering to the customer, right? Is it a quality product or not? Again, see, this is coming here also. Quality means no defect, no waste, no mistake, no error. Quality right the first time. You're providing the quality right the first time to the customer. Whether the customer is satisfied and happy with your product or services or not. All right. Flexibility of the company is important, right? And then the company will see all the market, matlab external factors, political, economical, social, technology changes, how it is impacting the company. So all the market things will be considered here, right? So if you will see, if you want to learn this entire thing now, just focus on learning the model. So if you will just see the model, you will understand everything. You know, this is the performance pyramid model. Just remember all these points in performance pyramid. Okay. Okay. So this is one of the smart way to define and sustain the success. So if you will focus on both internal and external, it is a smart way to sustain in long time period. The company will sustain in long time period here if the company will focus on both. All right. Okay. So in this article, they suggest smart measurement analysis and reporting techniques. So it's a smart technique, right? Acha, what is the meaning of smart here, ma'am? Smart means whatever the reporting the company is doing, whatever the measurement the company is having, it should be specific. Okay? It should be measurable. It should be accurate. It should be reliable. It should be on time. So in this way, it should be smart, right? What should be smart? The measurement analysis, whatever the measurement analysis the company is doing, and whatever the reporting of the company is having through this pyramid, right, should be smart. Specific reporting, specific analysis, measurable reporting, measurable analysis, accurate reporting, accurate analysis. The report should be reliable. Analysis should be reliable. It should be on time. All right. Okay. What else do you have here, ma'am? Okay. Which is... Acha. Now they have mentioned you, it is a 4-level hierarchy applied in a framework. So you can see 4-level hierarchy here. I can show you the 4-level hierarchy. So first is operation level, which is including the internal and external points. Second one is this. This one is first, second, third, and fourth. 4-level hierarchy here. Okay. Okay. The attractiveness of this framework is that it is integrated to business strategic objective and performance dimension, considering the internal and external efficiency. So it is considering everything. What is the objective of the company? It is considering everything, right? What is the objective of the company? You can see the objective is defined here, right? What are the, considering the external and internal efficiency and external effectiveness, and how they can measure the performance. Right? So it is defining these 3 things. Okay? Attractiveness of framework is what? It is integrating. It is joining everything. What? The objective of the company, strategic objective of the company, and what? The dimension, performance dimension, and what? Internal and external effectiveness. Okay? Objective from top to bottom. From top to bottom, they are defining the objective. Measurement, they are defining from bottom to top. Right? At the top, the company have the corporate vision, right? At the top, the company have the corporate vision. Okay? Because of which the company vision is responsible. See, all these things is responsible for sustain in long time period, right? So this will help the company to achieve the success in long time period. And obviously it will give the competitive advantage over other competitors. See, if you're framing your strategy in such a way that you are watching everything, you are considering the internal environment, you are considering the external environment, you are considering everything, and after considering everything, then you are deciding your business strategies. What do you want to do for the organization? What will happen? It will give the competitive advantage to the company will become number one. If the company will make the strategy in this way, it will give the company competitive advantage. All right. This will give the company a competitive advantage. Okay. So you can see all these points are considered here. We need to consider the customer satisfaction, flexibility, productivity. It is all given here, right? Give me 1 minute. Okay. So you can see here, it is given, see customer satisfaction, increase the flexibility and high productivity. This is required, right? Third level mentioned here. In fourth level, they have mentioned the quality, what you are delivering to the customer, cycle, time and waste. We have learned, we want to reduce it, right? We want to reduce the waste, we want to reduce the cycle time, we want to improve the delivery, we want to improve the quality, right? We want to increase the customer satisfaction, increase the flexibility and high productivity, right? Second level is what? Internal focus is on attainment of critical success factor to the market and finance. So here they are considering the internal and external focus, and they have mentioned that it is all important to achieve the long-term success and competitive advantage, right? So it is all mentioned here. Now the question comes here, what type of examination question can come from this topic? So let's see one case study on this topic. I'm just removing all these points here. So let's do a case study. Let's see what type of question we can have in an exam. Okay, so you can see we have a question here, and I expect all of you to read this question. So I expect all of you to read this question and we will discuss this. See what is given here in this question. So many information. Okay, let's read it. You are a paid assistant working for a company, an accountant consultancy firm. Okay, so you are a consultant now. Okay, you have received the following email from one of the senior partners send you a mail, right? You just received a mail. Let's read the mail. So to DG from SB, date, and subject is what? PEL meeting this afternoon. So this mail is about a meeting of a company, PEL. All right, okay. As you are probably aware, As you are probably aware, we are meeting with our manager PEL later this afternoon to discuss several key issues, and I need you to do some research for me. Okay? I need a report that covers the following analysis of the new proposal for the period 2022 based on external efficiency and internal efficiency, right? To help you with this, I have attached a copy of our forecast of PEL, financial and non-financial data, right? So the company is attaching all the financial and non-financial data. Company wants you to do an analysis and to read about the external effectiveness and internal efficiency of the company. And the company is saying, please read it carefully and email me back as soon as possible so I have time to prepare before meeting. All right, thanks. Okay, so what the company and what this person have attached, they have attached some financial and non-financial data. Now, nowhere in the question it mentioned that which model you have to use. So first confusion you may have in the exam is, ma'am, here what model we will use to write the answer. The question may comes in your mind, ma'am, which model we will use to write the answer of this question. This question may comes in your mind. Correct? So the point is that if you will read the question, no hint of which model, right? But one hint is given here that your report should be on what external effectiveness and internal efficiency. It is given, right? So this will give me a clear indication. Also financial and non-financial data they have given. This will give me a clear indication that we will use performance pyramid here. Okay? Because if you will see, we have two models. One is performance prism and one is performance pyramid. So these two models are different. They are not the same thing. Performance pyramid is different. Performance prism is different. They are not the same thing. They're all different, right? If you will see here, they have given you the information about the performance pyramid. How will you know that? Because they have given you the information of external effectiveness and internal efficiency, right? This will help me to identify which model they're asking about. They want me to discuss about. Okay? Dekho, simple. They have given you some information. They want you to do the analysis. Okay? Because they want to give a report for the next year. They are saying that, see, external effectiveness and efficiency you have to consider while preparing the report. And financial and non-financial data is given. Chalo, let's read it further. Background of this company is what? The name of the company is Precision Engineering Limited. This is the name of the company. Specializes in engineering designs and manufacture in automotive and motor support industry. PEL Limited design team has many years experience in the design and development of engine components of the market and high performance engines. Okay. Abhi, what is given here? Let me highlight the important point, right? So it is given that the company is what? Companies specialize in their design and manufacturing. Company has the best designs and the company have the best manufacture process, right? So they have specialized in design and manufacture. In what? The automotive and motorsport industry. Design team has many years of experience in the design and development of engine components for the market and high performance engine. Okay. PEL has identified a number of key competitors and intends to emphasize on a close cooperation with the customer. So the company wants to work with the customer. Cooperation with the customer in providing products to meet their specific engineering design and quality requirement. So what they are working with the customer. External environment. See, we have learned now that in performance pyramid, customer satisfaction is the external thing which we will consider. It is given here that we are working close with the customer Okay? And we want to give them the best design and the best quality. Okay. Okay. Efforts will be made to improve the effectiveness. So external effectiveness, internal efficiency. You know, external effectiveness can be improved by providing customer satisfaction, by providing quality and delivery, by improving the quality and delivery, customer satisfaction. So you can see they are actually working on improving their external effectiveness, you know, customer satisfaction. By providing the quality product is what external effectiveness. Okay, okay. Of all aspects of cycle, from the product design to after sale services, they want to improve everything. From the product design to after sale services to the customer, they want to improve everything here, right? They are actually working on improving everything. Right? They're actually working on improving everything. This will require data from a number of departments in the achievement of specific goals of the new proposal. So, efforts will be made to improve the productivity in conjunction with the flexibility method. See every point of performance pyramid they have considered here. See every point. What was the point? If you remember, first, external customer. They want to focus on external customer. It is given here. Okay, they want to improve the quality, right? This is also one of the point. It is given here. Okay, now they want to improve the external effectiveness. This is also given here. Right? They want to improve the productivity. It is also given here. They want to improve the flexibility. This is also given here. See, it is all the hint of this model, right? These all points are given here in the model. You can see customer satisfaction, want to improve the quality, want to improve what? Effectiveness, right? Want to improve what? Flexibility. Flexibility is also given, right? So all these points are mentioned here, if you will see. You know, quality, customer satisfaction, effectiveness, productivity, and flexibility. You can see productivity. We are improving the productivity also here. You know, flexibility. You can see. Now, see, nowhere in the question or the case study mentioned that you need to apply performance pyramid. You can read the entire question, but nowhere in the question written that you need to apply what performance pyramid. Nowhere it is mentioned. But you have to use your common sense that all the information which they have provided you here is all related to performance pyramid. You know, external effectiveness and internal efficiency comes under performance pyramid. You know. Then quality, customer satisfaction, and productivity, flexibility, financial, non-financial data, all these things comes under external effectiveness. So that's so implied that they are talking about external effectiveness here. All right, it's so implied that they are talking about external effectiveness. Okay. Now they have given you some financial and non-financial data also. So market size is gradually increasing. You can see. Increasing. Market size has increased. All right. Okay. Next data is what? Sale is gradually increasing. This also increasing, right? Then total cost is gradually, decreasing. Wow, it is decreasing. Then production achieving design quality standard, improving. Wow, improving. Right? Then return from the customer. That means defect. Return means the customer finds something defective item and then he is returning. Defect is reducing. Wow. Defect is reducing. Tabhi to customer return is reducing. After sale services is reducing. That means customer is happy. Customer is happy. And because of that reason, what is happening? The after sale services is decreasing. Next, delivery date. Oh, you have improved the delivery. You can see the delivery is improved here. What is average cycle time? Customer inquiry to delivery is reducing. Very good. This is also good, right? Delivery time is reducing. Cycle time is reducing. Scrap or waste. Wow, reducing. Waste. Reducing. Machine capacity, matlab production efficiency is improving. Production efficiency, I can say. Production efficiency is improving. Everything is positive here. Now, the point is that keep it in mind when you're writing the answer. See what is given: draft a mail requesting by partner. What do you have to consider? When you are writing the answer, see how you have to write the answer. Okay. So obviously, you will write, since you are writing a mail, you will write to whom you are writing, from whom, date, and the subject of the mail. Okay. You are writing a mail here. So they are considering the mail. Please find below analysis. I've done the following analysis. Please find it. So this is what you will write in the mail, that I have done the analysis and this is my observing. This is what I have observed. Now, the point is that you have to write the answer as per performance pyramid. So while you will answer the performance pyramid, keep it in mind about the model of the performance pyramid. So keep it in mind. This is the model, right? Considering the company's vision. Considering the company's vision, you will write the... Okay. You will consider the company's vision. Then you will see what first: external effectiveness and internal efficiency. You will see these two things. Okay. Acha. How will you find the external efficiency and external effectiveness and internal efficiency? You will see that the company's operation is improved, right? Business operation, write a line about this, that the business operation is improved. The company is providing the quality product. Waste has reduced. Cycle time is improved. Delivery is improved. You have the figure for everything, right? They have given you data for reducing the waste. They have given you data for improving the cycle time. They have given you the data for improving the delivery. They have given you the data for improving the quality. You have the data of everything, right? You can see the answer question. You can see the question and you can see you have the data for everything. You have the data that you are reducing the waste. You have improved the delivery time. You have the data, right? You have improved the cycle time. You have improved all these things, reduce the defects. So consider these data and write it. Okay. So you can see, first we will write about the external effectiveness. Okay. And then you will write about the internal efficiency. We will write about these 2 points. So in external effectiveness, you will see what are the points we consider: quality and delivery. You can see in the question, the quality is improved. They have given you the data from 20 to 22, the quality is improved. And the defect have been reduced, right? Also, the cost of sale, cost is also reduced, which is good for the company. Cost is reduced, defect is reduced, quality is improved. Wow. I mean, see, this has actually happened in lean system. When you put the lean system, what will happen? The quality, you will produce more quality product, focusing on reducing the cost, focusing on reducing all the non-value-added activity, and focusing on improving the value-added activity. This is the best business strategy, by the way. Where you are focusing on removing all the non-value-added activity, focusing on improving the value-added activity. They're actually doing this, right? And for that reason, cost is reducing, but the quality is improving, right? So this is the best thing you can mention here, that cost is reducing, still the quality is improving. And you have the data and figure for everything. You can write it and mention it here. And the point is that you can write about the delivery efficiency. It is also improving, right? On-time delivery efficiency is also improving here. That's good. All right. Okay. Then you can write about the external points. After this, we will consider the internal efficiencies. Now, if you will see internal efficiency, it will talk about reduce of waste. Okay. It will talk about improving the productivity, total cycle time. So you can see here, they have actually talked about the total cycle time, that it is improved. Okay. It is dropped, right? Waste, they are talking about the waste also. And they are talking about the productivity also. So they have talked about all these 3 points. They talk about the cycle time. They talk about the productivity. They talk about the waste. They have talked about everything, right? Okay, that's it. You can see the answer is finishing in this. So just considering while answer, you can see, you can write the answer at your own. No need to put much efforts. Just keep this model in mind. Keep that you have to write about the external effectiveness. You have to write about the internal efficiency. Keep it in mind. In external effectiveness, you have to consider the quality and delivery, where you have to consider the customer satisfaction. And in case of internal efficiency, you have to consider the waste, cycle time, and productivity. They have considered these points and they have answered it. Simple. All right, it is such a simple answer, such a simple way to write the answer. Okay, good. Next. Now, after this, we are learning about the next model. Okay. This model, what is it? Building block model. Achha, before learning it, let's see what type of model do we have here. So we have learned that we have these models. So if you will see here, we have already covered 3 models now. All right, we have covered about the balance scorecard. We have covered about the performance pyramid, and we have covered about triple bottom line. You can see actually these 2 models may create confusion in your mind. Just remember that performance pyramid is different from performance prism. They are not the same thing. है ना dear? They're not the same thing. These are 2 different things. Keep it in mind, the model. If the model is, if you remember the model, you can write the point at your own. The question is given. From the question, you have to write the answer. If the model is in mind, you can write the answer. I mean, I will say it is such a simple way to write the answer. And I mean, you are so lucky that you have the question, and from the question, you have to frame the answer. You don't need to write something outside, right? Just remember the model, right? Just remember the model and just remember what point you have to write in the answer. So if you will see in a pyramid, you have to consider external and internal, external effectiveness, internal efficiency. In external environment, customer, you have to consider customer satisfaction. For that, you need to provide the quality and you have to work on delivery. Simple. Similarly, productivity. For productivity, you need to consider, you need to remove the waste, and you need to focus on improving the cycle time. Just learn these points. Don't cram entire theory. Just learn these points. That's it. That's enough to write the answer. All right. Okay. Now the next model is what? Building block model. What is it? Building block model. Now let's see what is this building block model we have. Okay, so this one is our building block model. Keep it in mind. The model should be in your mind, right? this model, right? It should be in your mind. When you are learning about it, keep this model in your mind. This is also known as Fitzgerald and Moon building block model, right? Building block model. So actually, this is the name of the person who invented this model, and he named it with this model. He named it with his own name, right? Okay. So what is it? हाँ, अब देखो, point is that just remember the model as I told you earlier also. ठीक है? First see where they are focusing: standards, dimensions, reward. ठीक है? So in case of standard, where are they focusing? In case of standard, they're focusing on equity. They're focusing on achievable. Abhi dekho, we can write the answer in our own point. You don't need to cram something or something here. है ना? You can write the answer in your own point. Equity, achievable. And the third one is what? Ownership. Right? These are the standard. Ab equity matlab, we always want to earn the profit for the shareholders. Equity matlab shareholder, equity shareholders. Achievable, right? Whatever the goal of the company, it should be achievable, and sense of ownership is required here. Okay. Next, what do you have to, we will see all these points in detail. Next is what you have to focus on: rewards. Now, rewards means how everything is motivating the employee, motivating everyone to work. Motivation. Second, it should be clear. Third, controllability. Right? Acha. And in case of dimension, you will consider 2-point: result and determinant. In case of result, you will see financial result and comparative performance. Financial performance and comparative performance will give the result. Determinants will cover quality, flexibility, innovation, resource utilization. My point is that, dear, just remember these points, right? You don't need to learn everything, but just remember that, okay, in building block model, I have to remember first these 3 points: standard, dimension, reward. And in standard, there are 3 points: equity, achievable, ownership. Okay? In case of reward, motivation, clear, and controllability are the 3 points. And in case of dimension, it is further classified into 2 parts: results and determinant. Result will cover financial performance and comparative performance. Determinant will cover quality, flexibility, innovation, and resource utilization. So you just have to consider this in your mind, and you accordingly have to write the answer. Right? Accordingly, you will have to write the answer. Simple. All right. Okay. Now let's see, what do we have here? What do we have here? So the first point, they have considered dimension. Dimension will include results and determinant. Okay. So first they have considered dimension. What is dimension? Dimension are the goal for the business. That is, critical success factor and suitable measure must be developed to measure each performance dimension. So what will happen here? Goal for the business. Dimension will define what? The goal of the business. What is the goal of the business? You will get it from the dimension. Write these points. Ab dekho, you don't need to learn all these things, right? Just keep it in mind. Okay, dimension means goal of the business. That's it. Okay. Keep this point in your mind. Dimension means goal of the business. That's it. Okay. Now next is determinant. Okay, you can see dimension, that is the goal. Two type of goal company have. One is result and what is determinants. Now let's see what are the points that they will consider in determinant. So determinant means the performance area which always influences the result. What is it? Keep it in mind. Determinants means area that influence the result. Okay. Determinant means, see, determinant means area that influence result. So determinant means area that influence the result. ठीक है, keep it in mind. Determinant means area that influences the result. ठीक है, अब देखो यहाँ पे what we will consider, what are the determinant, what are the area that will affect the result, है ना? See, determinant means area that influences the result. So they have given you 4 points: quality, flexibility, innovation, and resource utilization. These are the 4 points that affects the results. Okay. So what is it? Quality. The ability to deliver goods and services with consistency. Okay. Quality should be judged from eyes of the customer. Quality is the level of benefits the customer expects from the product. Quality should be enough for product price paid, right? So value for money. Customer need value for money. If the customer is paying money, he expects the same value from the customer. So he always judge whether the product is quality product or not, right? And what are the benefit from the product, right? Whether the money he is paying is enough or not for the product, right? So he wants to know value for money, whether it is value for money or not. He will check the quality, right? This is something you can write at your own. Just remember this. Dimension means goal of the company. And in dimension, we will consider the determinant. Determinant means the area that influences the result of the company. That will be obviously quality. Quality influences the result of the company, right? Next is flexibility. Now the question comes, ma'am, what is flexibility here? What is the meaning of flexibility here? So it is the responsiveness to change in a factor influencing the business performance. Ability to cope with sudden increase in sale demand. Flexible, how flexible the business is. If suddenly something happened, how quickly the company is responding is flexibility. Let me give you an example. Just say COVID happened, right? Immediately, some of the organization, they completely switched their business to technology. So what happened? Immediately, they are flexible now. Immediately, some of the organization, instead of closing their business, they have started work from home. And they survive, right? And they survive during COVID. Point is that whether your business is flexible enough to handle the uncertain scenario, right? How well you are responding, how well your organization is responding to any change. Are you adapting the things? Right? So flexibility is very important for the organization. The organization should not be rigid. नहीं ऐसे ही करेंगे, यही होगा, ऐसे ही होगा. No, you should not be rigid. If you want to sustain and you want to survive for a long time period, you should be flexible. Flexible means adapt the changes, accept the changes. Change is the rule. Nothing is permanent, nothing is fixed in this world, right? Everything is uncertain, everything is keep on changing every day, every second, everything is keep on changing, nothing is fixed, right? So the point is that you should be adaptable to change, accept the changes, adapt it. That will come under flexibility, how flexible the organization is. All right. So for that reason, we will see whether the organization is flexible or not. All right. Okay. Then the next point is innovation. The company should keep on, keep on doing some research and development to keep on providing goods and services that should be innovative. So whether the product innovative means different from the customer, different from the competitor, you are providing such goods and services to the customer which is completely different from the competitor. So innovation means ability of the business to devise a new product or new ways of doing things, like packaging of product with the environmental friendly material. This is what innovation. Keep on innovating, right? Keep on innovating. Innovation, new product or new services, new way of doing things. You know why Domino's is Domino's? Domino and Pizza Hut, they were strong competitor in Indian market. But Domino's is Domino's just because they are working on what? Environmental friendly. Sorry, they have worked on speed of delivery. 30 minutes, nahi to free. You will get your product very soon, right? In your doorstep. Point is that either improve your product or services or improve the way you are doing your business. We have learned in value chain analysis, you should focus on improving each and every activity. The way you are producing the goods, the way you are delivering the goods, the way you are providing after sales services, focus on improving each and every activity from the competitor. That will give the competitive advantage. Then you will become number one. Your every activity should be different from the competitor. So the way you are doing something should be different, right? That will come under innovation. Next is resource utilization. So resource utilization means best use of resource, right? So organization should use their resources in best possible way. So this will all influence the result, right? This will all influence the result. Okay? So let me explain you again. So dimension will define the goal of the company. Dimension will define what is the goal of the company. And in determinant, you will see what are the area that influences the result of the company. What are the area that influences the result? So you will see, okay, quality will influence the result. So if you will provide a quality product, what will happen? The company's profitability may result. Financial goals may improve. Company may get competitive advantage. If you always provide innovative product, innovative service, everything is innovative, the way you are providing the service is innovative, what will happen? It will increase the profitability of the company and it will give competitive advantage. If your organization is flexible enough, right? Flexible means adapt the changes. If there is any change, you are adapting it, accepting it. Then what will happen? It is good for the organization. You will achieve the financial profitability of the company. It will improve the profitability, right, of the company. And if you use the best possible way, if you use the resources of the company in the best possible way, obviously it will improve the profitability of the company, right? So these are what the area that influences the result. These are the something that will help you to increase the profitability and increase the result. These are the area, if you do not focus, it may decrease the results. So it is important to focus on these areas because it will improve the results. Now the question comes, what type of result, ma'am? What type of result do you want to achieve? Actually, we want to achieve two types of results. Okay, one result should be what? Financial result. Money. We want to improve the money. Money means what? We want to improve the sale. We want to increase the sale. We want to reduce the cost. We want to increase the sale, reduce the cost. We want to improve the profit of the company. We want to increase the return on investment. We want to improve these financial goal of the company, financial result of the company. We want to improve them, right? So this is one of the results which we want to achieve, right? What? Financial performance. Increase the profit, reduce the cost, increase the sale, increase the return on investment. These are all financial performance. And not just that. We just want to gain competitive advantage, right? Acha. Now, what does the competitive advantage means? My industry, the industry in which I'm selling my product may have n number of competitor, है ना? So, for example, noodle market, if you know, in case of noodle market, there are n number of competitor. Patanjali, Vivo, sorry, Sunfeast, Patanjali, and many other brand noodle market, है ना? But the point is that in this noodle market, 70% of the market is captured by Maggi. So what is giving Maggi competitive advantage? Why Maggi is number one in this noodle market? Though in the same market, you can see many other top ramen, okay, Patanjali, Sunfeast, many brands, right? They are selling their noodles. Instead, you know that Maggi recently was in news for adding silicon that was very harmful for your health, right? Maggi is actually not good for the health. But still people love Maggi. Why? Because of what? They have done something to create competitive advantage. What? Their masala, tastemaker. Masala which you use in Maggi is known as tastemaker. So just because of the taste of the Maggi, it is number one. Though it is, everyone knows that Maggi is not good for health. It is all from maida. Maida is not good for health, right? And people knows it's not good for the health, but everyone consume it. How bad, right? Okay, that's a different thing. But the point is that competitive advantage. Maggi is getting competitive advantage over all the noodle company. How? By their tastemaker. So the point is that obviously because of that, if you will achieve the competitive advantage, it will help you to achieve the financial goal also. Hai na? So once you achieve the competitive advantage, that will help you to improve your financial goals also. Hai na? So what is the how they stand in comparison of competitor? How Maggi stand? Masala maker, because of their masala, tastemaker. So how they stand? How are they different from their competitor? Because of their tastemaker. Okay. For example, offering a high quality product or offer something. Why Domino's is surviving the competition? Why Domino's is number one? Because of their delivery speed. 30 minutes, nahi to free. So the point is that these companies have created competitive advantage, right? Competitive advantage. And since they have competitive advantage, they have created the competitive advantage. This helped to achieve the financial goal. This helped to achieve the profitability, return on investments, increase in sale, everything, right? This helped in achieving the financial goal of the company. Now, what I'm saying, you can write all these points at your own. You don't need to learn anything. Just keep the model in your mind. Ab dekho, for learning the model, keep it. Building block model, first consider dimension. Dimension means what is the goal of the company? Okay, what is the goal of the company? Right? Obviously, the goal is to achieve the profitability results, financial result and competitive result is the goal of the company. But what are the area that influences these results? You want to achieve these results, right? Financial results and comparative advantage, right? You want to achieve the financial results and comparative performance advantage. How will you achieve it? By focusing on what? The area that influences the result. So you can see these are actually the area that influences the result. What are the area? Quality, flexibility, innovation, and resource utilization. These are the area that affected the results, right? These are the area which you have to consider that may affect the result. So quality, whether your product or services is a quality product or services or not. Second, flexibility, whether your organization is flexible enough to adapt the changes. Innovation, whether you keep on providing innovative product, innovative services to your customer or not. Resource utilization, best use of resource utilization. Do not waste the resource, because if you waste the resource, it increases the cost. Simple. So resource utilization means you're using the resources in best possible way. If you waste your resource, what will happen? It will increase the cost. You could see actually these are the area that is influencing the result. What type of result we want to achieve the financial goals? of the company, and comparative advantage. Comparative advantage we want to get, and financial goal we want to achieve. That's it. I hope it's all clear. Okay. Now what else? Okay. So by this, what we will do, we will see what are the standards now. Okay, so standards are measures used, that is key performance indicators used, right? Standards means what? What are the measures the company is having, or what are the key performance indicator the company is having, right? Okay, so first is equity. The second one is ownership. The third one is what? Achievable. Right? So as I told you, what are the standards? Okay. First is what? Equity, ownership, and achievable. These are the standards. Standard means key performance indicator of the company, right? What are the measures the company is taking, right? So what they have mentioned, whatever the measure the company is having, it should be equally challenged. It should be acceptable by everyone. And to achieve the result means financial result, and to gain the competitive advantage is the responsibility of everyone in the organization, right? Okay. And achievable, whatever the goal you are setting for the company should be realistic, easy to achieve. It should not be impossible goal, right? So whatever the goal, whatever the results you are expecting, financial results, competitive result, whatever the result and goal you have set for the organization, it should be realistic, achievable, right? So these are the standard. Equally challenging to everyone. It should be acceptable by everyone. Responsibility to achieve the result is responsibility of everyone in the organization, and it should be achievable. The result should be achievable, or it should be realistic. The result should be realistic. It should not be impossible results, right? Okay. Next is reward. What is reward here? So reward means to ensure employees are motivated to meet the standard. Employees are always motivated to achieve the standard of the company is rewards, right? So in case of reward, we have 3 points here. What is it? Motivation, rewards, clear, controllability. Okay, just remember these points. So motivation means it should motivate the employee to achieve the goal. Always reward, you will always reward the employee in such a way that the employee always want to achieve the goal of the company. Reward them so that they are always, they are always interested to achieve the goal of the company, business goal. Okay. So reward the employee in such a way that they are always interested in achieving the goal of the company. Clear. Scheme should be clearly communicated to the employees in advance. Whatever the scheme the company is having, it should be communicated to everyone in the company very clearly. Scheme of what type of reward, how the company will be rewarded to the employee, what are the basis of appraisal, how the company will give the appraisals to the employee, right? It should be clearly communicated to the employee. Accordingly, the employee will work, they will be motivated, and they will be work more to achieve the goal of the company. Everything is actually related to the goal of the company. We want to achieve the goal of the company. And for that reason, we are motivating the employee, right? For that reason, we have some reward policy, right? It should be clearly communicated to the employees, right? And controllability. Employees should only be rewarded or penalized of the result over which they have control or influence. Okay? Unnecessary, do not penalize the employee. Unnecessary, do not give the reward to the company. Give the reward to the company. unnecessary, do not give the reward to the employee. Give the reward to the employee or the penalty to the employee only if it is because of the employee, right? It was under the control of the employee. It was under the influence of the employee, but employee was not careful. Because of that reason, you are penalizing them. So the point is that you will consider these points. Motivation, it should be clear and it should be under the control of the employee. Okay. So you can see we have learned these points. If you want, I can quickly revise it for you. Building block model. Let me revise it quickly. What is this building block model? So you can start it with the dimension. Dimension means the goal of the company. What are the goal of the company they want to achieve? Okay. So what are the goals? These are the results which the company want to achieve. Financial goal, matlab increase the profitability, sale, return on investment. These are all financial goal of the company want to achieve. Company want to achieve it. And the company want to gain the competitive advantage, right? For that, you have to consider determinant. Determinant means the factor that are influencing the results, right? That are actually influencing these two results, financial results and competitive advantage, right? What are these determinant? Quality, flexibility, innovation, and resource utilization. So what is it? Determinant area that influence the result. Quality. Are you always providing a quality product to the customer? Whether your organization is flexible enough, right? Quality, flexibility means adapt the changes. Okay. Innovation in product and in everything, services also. Resource utilization. If you do not use the resource in properly way, what will happen? It will result in waste, non-valuated activity. So the point is that the company should always focus on providing the best services using the resource in best possible way. Okay. Now the point is that we set some standard. Whatever the standards the company have, standard means maybe the rules and regulation for the company. Whatever the rules the company is setting for all the employee, it should be equal for everyone in the organization. It should be achievable. Whatever you want to achieve, it should be achievable, realistic, and easy to achieve, and ownership. We have learned these points. Then reward should be in such a way, it should motivate the employee, should be clearly communicate to the employee. Reward policy should be clearly communicate to the employee. Reward or penalty should be given to the employee only if it is within the control of the employee or influence of the employee. Then you will give the reward, or you will give the rewards and penalties. So these are the points which we have considered here. Let's see what else we can cover. Okay, next is performance prism. Next is what? Performance prism. So you can see we have the performance prism now. All right. Okay, we have covered the building block model. Now let's cover the performance prism. This is your performance prism, right? Now, again, just remember the point you have here in performance prism. What are the points do you have here? Stakeholder satisfaction, process, strategies of the company, capability of the company, stakeholders' contribution, right? So if you will see, this is what a performance prism. Always remember, performance pyramid is a different model and performance prism is a different model. They are not the same thing, right? Keep it in mind. They're not the same thing. So just keep this in your mind that here we are considering performance prism. What do we have to consider? Stakeholder satisfaction. Whether all the stakeholder, not just the shareholder. Who are the stakeholder? Let's talk about it. So employee, yes, it is one of the stakeholder. Customer is one of the stakeholder of the company. Supplier, Is one of the stakeholder of the company shareholder? Right? Is one of the stakeholder of the company lender? Is one of the stakeholder of the company debtor, creditor? Achha, debtor will come here. Creditor will come here. Bank will come here. General public. These are all stakeholder of the company. So see, think about the stakeholder, all the stakeholder satisfaction. Matlab, from the company, employee should be happy. From the company, the customer should be happy. From the company, supplier should be happy. From the company, all the shareholders should be happy. From the company, all the lenders should be happy. From the company, even the general public should be happy. Right? See what is the stakeholder demand, what is the stakeholder delivery, direction, development, right? Improve the strategies of the company, improve the process of the company, improve the capability of the company, right? Why? Because we want to keep them all happy. All of them should be happy. So this is what your performance pyramid. This is what performance pyramid. So performance pyramid is focused on improving the strategies of the company, improve the entire business process, measure it, right? Why? Because we want to keep all the stakeholder happy. Okay. Stakeholder means we have just learned. We want to keep them happy. That's it. That's it. So you just have to remember these points. That's it. And you can answer the question very easily. If you will get a question now, you can very easily answer it. That's it. Oh, wow. That's it. So you can see how simple it is. Not at all rocket science. Okay. So we have covered, I think, all the model. We have covered all the models. Yes, we have covered it all. So the point is that we have covered all the models of financial and non-financial measures. Right? You can see we have already covered balance scorecard. We have covered performance pyramid, building block, performance prism, triple bottom line. We have covered all these points where you can see everywhere your focus was not just financial goal. Money was not the only goal. Money as well as non-financial goal, both was the focus of the company, right? Okay, now what will happen? After this, we will study about return on investment and residual income. We will focus on these 2 points, right? Before that, let's take a break. So we have learned about how to measure the performance of the organization, and we have learned that we just don't want to consider the financial measurement. We are also considering the non-financial measures. Whether the customer is happy or not, whether the employee is happy with the organization or not, whether the general public is happy with the organization or not, right? So we are not just focusing on money, but other factors are also equally important if you want to make your organization sustain for long time period. But if you will see, there are some financial factors also, right, which is mentioned here. But let me tell you, only measuring the financial factors not enough for measuring the performance of the organization. But in case like when you are measuring here both financial and non-financial factors, when you're measuring here, obviously you can use all these things here. Okay, what are these financial factors? Like return on investment, residual income, economic value added, right? These are the three financial measures which we will use. Okay. So the first one is what? Return on investment. What return we are earning on the investment, we will measure it here. All right. So goal congruence means that as people work to achieve their own goals, they also work to achieve the goal of the company. When the company wants to achieve their own personal goal, the company should achieve the people in the organization or the manager in the organization, I mean, they're not just required to achieve their personal goal, they should achieve the goal of the entire organization. Don't just focus on achieving the personal goal. Do not just focus on achieving the personal goal. Focus on achieving the goal of entire organization. All right. Okay. Now, what do we have here? You can see we have a question, and we will see how we can measure the return on investment. Based on return on investment, how we can take the decision. And sometime you will see that when you are considering just one factor, like here I just want to consider return on investment, ROI, and I just want to take the decision considering return on investment. Sometime you will see it is not the right way to take the decision just by considering ROI. Okay, but let's see. Okay, let's read the scenario. I'm giving you time, read it, and then we will discuss. Read it. I'll give you time. 1-2 minutes. Take 1-2 minutes and read it. Yes, let's discuss this question now. Okay, so what is given here, if you will see this question, you can see available investment project. What is your investment is given? Investment is given here. Okay, then controllable contribution. What return you are earning is also given. Return on project, proposed project. Return on investment is given. You can see if you divide these two values, you will get return on investment, ROI. So if you want to calculate ROI here, ROI is actually what return you are earning divided by what is your investment. So if you will see both investment and what return you are earning is given, right? So it will be 2 divided by 20. 2 divided by 20 will be 10%. 10%. Or I can say 10%. Okay. Or you can say 1.4. 1.4 divided by 20. So this is 7% is given here. 7% is given here. Okay. This is given here. So 10% is ROI on division A and 7% is ROI on division B. All right. Presently, the ROI of division A is 13% and the ROI of division B is 5%. You know, overall cost of capital is 8%. Now you have to take a decision. If you will see our overall cost of overall if you will see the overall cost of capital is 8%. Now you have to make a decision here. Generally what happened, how you take the decision? So overall cost of capital. So you will see here that what is happening here in these two cases. So you can see proposed return and actual return. So you can see in both the cases, your actual return is more than the proposed return. Actual return is more than the proposed return. Proposed return. In both the cases, the actual return is more than the proposed return. This is the actual return. This is the actual return, and which is high than proposed return. So actually both proposal is good. Why both proposal is good? Because the actual return which you are earning is more than the proposed return. But if you will see the overall cost of capital, so by considering the overall cost of capital, you can see your actual return is more than the cost. So this is good, right? This is good. Where your actual return is more than the cost is good. But where the actual return is less than the cost, then it is not good. Right? Not good. And you can reject because the actual return is more than cost. Okay, now let's see what is given here. So the manager of division A would be unwilling to invest in 20 lakh because the return on proposed is 10%. This would decrease the present return on investment of 13%. Just give me one. See, there is some information here given. Okay, so what is given here? Presently, the return on investment of the division is this. At present, this is the return on proposed project. Return on proposed project is this. This is what they are expecting, 10% and 7%. So the manager of division A would be unwilling to invest in this proposal because the return on the proposed project is 10% and this would decrease the present ROI. So matlab, abhi, this is the present scenario and this is the expected scenario, you can say. This is the present scenario. This is the expected scenario. All right. On the other hand, the manager of division B wished to invest in 20 lakh because the return on proposed project 7% is in excess of return on investment. So at present, this is the return and this is the expected return. They are expecting that, okay, next year, this will be their profit. Okay. Now the manager of both the division would make decision that would not be the best interest of the company. Now here what is happening, they are taking such decision, maybe it is not good for the company as a whole. It is not good for the company as a whole. Why? Companies should accept only those projects where return on investment should be more than cost of capital, where ROI should be more than cost of the capital. ठीक है, अब देखो हो क्या रहा है. If you will see here what is happening, give me 1 minute, I'll try to explain it. So if you just make a comparison, company manager is actually rejecting this. They are rejecting this. Why they are rejecting this? Because the future or expected return is less than abhi the present return. Because of this reason, they are saying that expected return is less than the present return. So for that reason, the manager is rejecting this. And you know what is happening? Manager is accepting this. Why the manager is accepting? Because according to the manager, expected return here is more than the present return. So manager is accepting this one, because the expected return is more than the present return. But actually, this is not good for the company. Why? This is not good for the company. Both these decisions taken by these two managers is actually not good for the company. Why it is not good for the company? This is not good for the company. Why it is not good for the company? Because in both the cases, the cost of capital is 8%. And you know what is happening here? Though here the company is earning less than expected return is less, but still here the return is high than cost. Right? Here what is happening? Return, though it is less, but still return is high than cost. Right? Which is good. If the return is higher than cost, return is higher than cost, it is good. And the company should accept this. Right? But instead of accepting this proposal, the manager is rejecting it. While in this case, what is happening? The return is 7% is less. Return is less than the expectation. What is the expectation? The cost, sorry. Return is less than the cost. What is happening here in the second case? A return is less than the cost. The cost of the company is this, right? So here the return is less than cost, but still what is happening here? The company is accepting it. It is not good, right? Not good, actually. This is actually not good. And the company should reject it. The company should reject it. Instead of rejecting it, the company is accepting it, which is not good, right? So you can see, actually, if the manager will just see their, benefit, and on the basis of that, they are deciding whether they should accept it or not, what will happen? It will result in a wrong decision. You can see this will result in a wrong decision. Right? So you can see, the way they have taken the decision is wrong, right? It is not the right way. The company should consider the overall profitability, which is also known as goal congruence. What is it? The way the manager have taken the decision is not good, because here manager is just watching their own personal profit. They're just focusing on their own personal profit, right? Manager, the decision which manager have taken here is just their own personal gain, own personal gain. So instead of taking these decisions, the company should take this decision. Right? Company, instead of rejecting this, the company should accept this proposal because it is good, because return is more than cost. And instead of accepting this proposal, the company should reject it. Why? Because the return is less than cost. So the point is that if the manager, if they sacrifice their personal goal to achieve the company's goal, is known as goal congruence. This is known as goal congruence, where the company is sacrificing their personal goal to achieve the company's overall goal, is known as goal congruence. All right. Okay. Next is residual income. Residual income means what high income you are earning than the expected income. Okay. Residual income. Now, what is it? Let's try to understand. So in this question, you can see the company is taking the decision on the basis of both residual income and return on investment. Okay, let's do this example first, then we will do the question. So returning to the previous example, the same example they are considering, and on the same example, the company is trying to find out what residual income. Okay, let's see. What is the residual income? Contribution is given here, not given. Given. Okay, now the point is that let's find the residual income here with all these figures. So here we are finding what? Residual income. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. Let me remove these columns. Okay. So we have these information now, and we need to calculate what? Residual income. How we will find? We will consider the contributions minus, we will consider the investment and what cost of capital. We will consider that. Okay. To find it, we will consider that. So you can see in both the cases, the cost of capital for the company is 8%. So what return the company is earning here? 2 lakh minus 8% is the cost of capital on 20 lakh. This is what the company is expected to earn, right? The minimum expectation of the company is whatever the investment the company is having, 20 lakh is the investment on it. The company wants to earn at least this. 8% is cost of capital. The company at least want to earn this. Obviously more than this, but at least this. Okay. And in this case, what is it? 1.4 minus 8% into 20 lakh. Okay. So what is it coming here? 2 lakh minus 1.6 lakh will give you something around 0.4 lakh. Okay. And here what will you get? 2 lakh, no, 1.4 lakh minus 1.6 lakh will give you negative. This is negative, 0.2. Point is that if you will see, according to this proposal is good. and it should be accepted. है ना? And this is bad and rejected. So if you will consider the residual income, we take the decision in this way. We take the decision in this way by considering the residual income. Or by considering return on investment, how we have taken the decision? We have just watched that 10% return is more than the cost of the capital, 8%. So for that reason, we said that this is good and it should be accepted. Though the manager have rejected, but it should be accepted. And here what was happening, 7% return is less than the cost, which was 10%. Not good, right? So it should be rejected. Not good. So it should be rejected. So this is how the company should take the decision. All right. This is the way the company should take the decision. Okay, so if you will see, according to both, as if you consider the residual income as well as if you consider the return on investment, it is saying it is good to accept division A's proposal and it is good to reject the division B's proposal, considering both residual income and return on investment decision. But you know what will happen? Sometime this may give you wrong results. ठीक है? Sometime our result will be wrong here. So let's read this example. Let me see your doubt if you have any doubt. So, Janvi, I'll be taking the question because see, now the topic is all covered. I have already covered everything. So in next session, I'll be taking the questions, case studies, and I'll be taking the case study in the next session. All right. See, we have already covered all the concepts in today's session. So in next session, I'll be taking the questions. So whatever the question you have mentioned, we will take it in next session. Right. Okay. So I'm live, right? Okay. So we have the question just in front of us, and this question we will see what we have to calculate the return on investment, residual income both. All right. So what information do we have here? The following data pertain to two division W1 and W2 of a large shipping company. What is given here? The profitability of these two companies is given here, and the investment of these two companies is given here. Note what this example shows that residual income is subject to a size effect, but return on income is not. है ना? Size मतलब what investment, how big investment is. Like if the small investment is small and the investment is big. है ना? They will earn, and the profit which Ambani will earn will be different. है ना? Ambani will earn, our profit will be So the profit which Meena Verma from a small business will earn and the profit which Ambani will earn will be different, right? Our profit will be different. Profit. Maybe Meena Verma have a high return on investment. And maybe the Ambani have low return on investment. This is possible that their, as compared to investment, their return is less. As compared to investment, my return is more. This is possible. Though my business is small, but my return on investment is more than Ambani's return on investment. But obviously, the profitability of Meena Verma will be less as compared to the profitability of Ambani, right? Because it's a big business. So the point is that it is given here that maybe the residual income is less for one business and residual income is high for other business. And maybe the return on investment is high for this business and return on investment is less for this business. So this is also possible. This is what mentioned here. This is also possible, right? That maybe residual income is less for a business, but return on investment is high. Like we have just discussed, for Meena Verma, residual income is less, right? Profit is less. So residual income is coming less, right? Here, residual income is less, right? But return on investment is high, right? But in this case, the scenario is different. What is happening here? The residual income is high, right? And return on investment is less. This is possible. And this is what they are discussing here. Sometime they may give you contra decisions. Their decision is not one, right? This may result in contradictions, right? It may, because if you will see residual income, business A is good. If you will see return on investment, business B is good. sometime because of these two formula, we get contradictions in our decisions. So we have to use our mind now, right? We get a contradiction results here. So this is what they are discussing here also, that how you can get a contradiction result, how you can get, how your decision will have a contradiction. Chalo, let's discuss this one. Okay, so if I'll make the comparison between these two points, I want to calculate both. First, I want to calculate a return on investment. What is it? What is your return? The profit here will be your return, and investment, this will give you return on investment. So what is the profit here? I can see 120 is the profit, right? Divide by investment is what? 160. This is what? The investment. Now, if I'll consider the second one, 3120 is the profit. And in return is what? 16. This is return, right? You can find the value here. What is the return on investment? One, 2, 0 divided by 960. So this will give you what? 12.5%. So here the return on investment is coming as this is a return on investment. Okay. Okay, now what will be the return on investment here? Three, 1, 2 divided by 156. 20%. Wow. So here the return on investment is 20%. Okay. Now let's calculate the residual income here in both the cases. How will you find it? First, you will see what is the profit minus what is the return on investment. Profit minus profit and minus what you are expecting, your investment into cost of capital. Okay. So what is the profit here? Minus investment is your 960 into cost of capital is 10%. This is what you are expecting, at least minimum 10% of return on your investment. And here what is happening? Your 3120, this is the profit or the return, minus investment is 1560 into 10%. Yeah. So this is what we have to calculate here. Now let's calculate it. This is coming high. $24. So here this value is coming as 24 lakh, right? Residual income. This is what residual income we have calculated here. It is coming as 24 lakh. Now let's see what is it coming here. Okay. So 3120. Right. So residual income is coming as 1560. Which out of them, which one have the higher residual income? You can see here, if I'll make the comparison, I can find that RI is higher here as compared to here, while return on investment is higher here in this case. It is giving you the contradiction. Decision is now contradicting. So if you will consider based on return on investment, WT is a good investment. If you want to take the decision on the basis of return on investment, you will see WT is a good investment, right? It's a good investment, because return on investment is high here in this case. But if you will see W1, so according to this W1, if you consider W1, according to that, residual income is high here. So this one is a good decision. This one is good. So based on W2, this one is good decision. Based on W1, this one is good decision. And you can see the decision is actually contradicting to each other. And the main reason was the size of the organization was different. Size of the organization was different. If you just ignore these 40, you can see. So this organization is of big organization. This is actually a big organization. And this one is a small organization. Size is different, right? Okay. So you can see sometime when the size is comparatively different, what will happen? It is possible that it may give you contradictory decisions, which is not good, right? So that means it's not easy to apply residual income and return on investment here to take the decision. Okay, you can read it here. This example shows residual income is subject to size effect, but return on investment is not. Size means jiska size bada, uska RI zyada, right? If the size is big, RI will be big. If the size of the organization will be small, RI will be small. Okay. So actually RI is subject to size effect. So when the size is comparable, then you can apply this and then you can use it. Otherwise, when the size is not comparable, you can't do this question. All right. So this is not possible to apply here. So the larger the size for W1 division, right, the lower the profitability as measured to ROI. This RI is not a good way to make the comparison, compare divisions. Okay. So where the size of the organization is not same, right? Different, small organization, big organization. When the organization size is not equal, you cannot apply RI. RI will not give you the right result, right? So you will not get the right result if you will put RI here and the size is different. Okay. So this is what mentioned here. Okay. So it is clearly given you that if you will consider ROI, according to that, WT is a good investment. As per residual income, W1 is a good decision, right? Good investment, right? So this is what given here. Okay. Now we have time. Let's do some more question. Read this question and try to solve this. Yes, read it. So what is the question? LNG Limited has three divisions, L, N, G, right? These are the three divisions of the company. Its desired rate of return is 14%. All right. And operating assets and income of each division are as follow. Operating assets is given here. Operating income is given here. What else? LNG Limited has 8 lakh of additional cash to invest in one of its division. So the company have money 8 lakh, 8 lakh additional cash which the company wants to invest either of any of the three division. Company wants to invest it here. Out of three division, the company wants to invest here. The divisional manager have identified investment opportunities that are expected to yield the following return on investment. Expected return ROIs of additional investment. So 8 lakh is the additional investment the company is doing. And what is the expected ROI? For L, it should be 16%. For N, it should be 12%. For G, it should be 15%. What is the question? Read the question now. What is the requirement of the question? Calculate ROIs at present for each division. Abhi, for the present information, you have to calculate the ROI. Okay. And state which division manager is currently providing higher ROI. Okay. So the point is that find ROI for the present information first. And see which is giving the highest ROI. Okay. So what will be the ROI? Net income divided by total asset will be ROI here. So just consider the net income and the total asset. I'm just trying to see if I can add one more column. Okay. So let's now calculate the return on investment. So if you will see this, what is it coming? %18.47%. This is ROI, right? Okay, now let's see the next one. Okay, we have considered the operating income, then we have divided it with the investment. Let's see what is the ROI coming for the next one. %16.5%. 13.6%. What is it coming for this one? $16.34%. Right. So you can see this is the ROI of these three division of the company. We have calculated the ROI of three division of the company. All right, we have calculated the ROI of three division of the company. Now the point is that expected ROI is what? 16%, 12%, 15%. Oh. See, before that, let's see what is the complete question. Calculate the ROI at present. We have calculated. State which division manager is currently providing the highest ROI. So you can see out of them who is providing the highest. The first one is providing the highest ROI. Okay, so this is what you can answer. Okay, out of them, the first one is providing the highest ROI. Okay. You can see 18, we have just calculated 18, 16.5 and 13.6. We have calculated it already. Achha, this is the overall ROI. See, the last one is what? Overall ROI. The ROI of complete company. Okay. You can see out of the three, this is the highest. Sorry, not this one. This is the highest. Right? Okay. So the division manager of L division is currently providing the highest ROI, 18% among the three divisions. All right, next question. Let's see the next question, next part of the question. Based on ROI, identify the division manager who would be the most eager to accept the additional investment fund. So who want the additional fund? Obviously, you will see expected return was what? Here the expected return was 16%. Instead of 16%, the actual result is 18.47%, which is good, right? Then here 12%. So instead of 12%, what is the result? 16.4. 16, 17, 18, 2.5% ज़्यादा. Here 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 4.5% more than what you have expected. 15%. Not good. Because your expectation was 15%, but your earning here return on investment is 13.6%, which is not good. Achha, now let's see what is the question. The next question is, based on ROI, identify the division manager who would be the most eager to accept the additional investment fund. And the second part is, who would be least eager to accept the additional fund. So out of them, tell the one who will be eager to accept the extra money. Where do you want to spend your extra money? Obviously, the place where the return is high. Okay? Okay. So the manager of division G would be the most eager to accept the additional fund of 8 lakh because ROI of the proposed investment is more than ROI of and acceptance of the proposal would increase the division ROI. Okay. So it is given that if they will accept the proposal, see, point is that it is mentioned here that the company, if these out of these division, if any of the division will accept this additional fund of 8 lakh rupees. Okay. If they accept this additional fund of 8 lakh rupees, what will happen? Acceptance of this additional fund of 8 lakh will increase the ROI to this. है ना? So you can see who need the most. ठीक है? Obviously, you can see here, this one need the most. What is the difference? Let me see how this coming. Because here the ROI is the least, right? So the point is that here the ROI is the least out of them. What is the most needy? Who is the most needy person to improve their ROI? So you can see this ROI is negative. This person have, this division have the negative ROI. This division is the most needy division who need to improve ROI. Okay. So the most needy division is this, right? Who want the additional investment so that their ROI will improve, right? Their ROI, because here the ROI is already positive and good. Here the ROI is already positive and good. If they accept the project, their ROI will decrease actually. If they accept the 8 lakh rupee, their ROI will decrease. If this division and this division, L and N, if these two division will accept 8 lakh rupees, their ROI will decrease. But if G will accept the additional fund, their ROI will become more, right? It will increase. So it is given here that what will happen? The last one will accept the proposal of 8 lakh rupees because their ROI will increase a lot, and who is not at all interested out of them, if you will see, this one is not at all interested. This one is not at all, N is not at all interested, because their ROI will decrease drastically. 4.5 their ROI will decrease. So what will happen in this case? You can see the managers of L and N both will be reluctant to invest in additional fund. Why? Because right now their ROI is high, right? But if they invest, their ROI will decrease it to 16% and 12%. While their existing ROI is high. Existing is 18% and 16.5%. This is their existing ROI. If they invest, their ROI will decrease from 18 to 16% and from 16.5 to 12%, which is not good. ROI will decrease, which is not good, right? So the point is that you have to check ROI should increase, not it should decrease. Okay. And especially out of them, this one will not at all interested. Who will not at all interested? At least N will not at all interested, because his ROI will drastically reduce if he will accept the proposal. Okay, next question. Now, out of this, what is mentioned? State the division that offers the best investment opportunity for LNG Limited. So out of them, who offered the best investment opportunity? So you can see division L offers the best investment opportunity. Out of them, this is the high. Right? This is the highest one. So according to them, they are saying that yes, L will have the best opportunity. Right? And then they are saying, discuss the conflict between them. Yes, देखो अभी if you will just see the return on investment, here you are saying L is the best person who will gain from it. But if you will make the comparison, right now he is already earning 18.5. Why he want to reduce it to 16%? So there is conflict of interest, right? Here, according to this, you are saying L will earn the highest return. But if you will see here, L is not at all earning the highest return. You know, his return is actually decreasing here, which is not at all good, right? So you can see here that on one side, it seems to look like, okay, it is a good investment. On the other side, it is not looking good investment, right? So for that reason, you can write the contradictions here. Okay. Okay. And which is not as per goal congruence. Goal congruence ka matlab, if you will see the goal congruence, And the last one is advise how residual income performance measure could use to motivate the manager. Okay. Now you can see, you can answer it. You can apply the residual income method if the size is comparable. Okay. If the investment is comparable, you can apply residual income. Asset having comparable investment, you can follow the residual income method here. Okay, so this is how you have to answer. You can see it is such a simple question. So we will take more question in next session. I'll take more question from our material. But let me take the next topic now. If you have any doubt, you can write in comment. I'll be answering. If you people have any doubt, please write in comment. If you have doubt, please write in comment. There was a technical problem. Is there any doubt? No doubt? Okay. I will take more question. I know learning curve is not clear. So I'll take the question from learning curve also. Right. So for that reason, you can see I still have one more session. I have completed everything. Now in next session, we will practice more questions, case studies from our material. Okay, so we will practice the question from the material. Okay, now the point is that now they are using a method to resolve both the issues. You know that when we are using residual income and when you are using return on investment, they are actually giving you contradictory decision, contradictory result. So for that reason, they have introduces EVA. Okay. So what is EVA? Net operating profit after tax, right? Weighted average cost of capital into capital. What capital you have invested in the business, right? So let's see how we can apply, how we can find the question of EVA, how we can solve the question of EVA, right? Okay. So just in front of you, you have the example. Okay. What information do we have here? The net operating profit before net NO profit. What do we want here? Net operating profit after tax. And what do we have here? Before tax, before interest and tax. So this is what before interest and taxes. And what do we want? Net operating profit after tax. We want this. Okay. Next, depreciation expenses. This change in working capital is given. The capital expenditure is given. Invested capital is given. Weighted average cost of capital is given. And the tax rate is given. Okay. What else do we have? EVA can be calculated as net operating profit after tax minus the capital charge on investment capital. We know that, right? How we can calculate the EVA? Net operating profit after tax minus cost of capital, overall cost of capital into capital. Okay. Ab dekho, sometime the total capital is given in the question and sometime the composition of capital will be given in the question, right? So in this case, net operating profit is equal to net operating profit before interest and tax minus, okay, let's calculate this now. So what do we have to see? We have net operating profit before tax. And we want to find out the net operating profit after tax. What do you have to calculate here? What do you have to consider here? You have to consider the net operating profit before tax, that was 7,500. Minus tax is what? 30%. What will you get? If you will do this, you will get net operating profit after tax. Okay? after tax. So what is it coming? Let me calculate it. This is what net operating profit after tax. Okay. 5250 is the net operating profit after tax. Okay. What else? Depreciation is given and change in working capital is given. Okay. Capital expense, capital is given, invested capital is given. Okay. Capital investment is given and weighted average cost of capital is given. Okay. So what is the formula? The formula was this. If you remember, the formula was this. EVA is equals to net operating profit after tax, which we have already calculated, minus what? Minus cost of capital into capital. This is given. Now you can see what is the total capital of the company. $125,000. And what is the weighted average cost of capital? 8%. So you have to apply it here. Okay, let me calculate it for you. EVA is equals to net operating profit after tax minus capital. Okay. Net operating profit after tax we have calculated. Okay, overall cost of capital is 8% and the total capital is this amount, right? Okay, now let's solve it. If you will see, this is your EVA. EVA is what? 4250. So in this way, we can calculate the EVA of the company. Right? This is a way to calculate the EVA of the company. Now, what is the limitation? EVA too has certain limitation. What are the limitation? EVA is also an absolute measure, hence not free from the shortcoming like comparison between the performance of enterprise of different size. Okay. So the point is that we have learned what we have learned. In case of residual income, we have learned if the size of the organization is not comparable, है ना? मतलब if there is one small organization and if there is a big organization, this is big, this is small, in this case, RI will not give you the right result. Similarly, even EVA will not give you the right result. In both the cases, if you will use it, you will get wrong decision for the organization. The decision will be wrong. The basis on which you are taking the decision for the company will be wrong. All right. This is not the right way. This is not the correct way. So this is given here that again, the EVA is actually facing the same problem. What different size? So this will not give you, actually for comparison, it should come on the same platform. Now we make the comparison, barabari, right? So the point is that you can make the comparison, jo barabar ke log hai. So the point is that you cannot make the comparison here. If one organization is very big and one of the organization is very small, it will not give you the right decision, right result. So this is what mentioned here. Again, for both ROI, RI and EVA, you will not get the right result. That which one is good. But yes, if the organization will be of same size, both are small. S1 and the other one is also small organization, S2. Then in such case, where the size is comparable, you can compare their size. Right? You can find RI, you can find EVA, and then accordingly, you can take the decision for the organization. Right? Then accordingly, it is possible to take the decision here. Simple. Okay. I hope it is all clear. Let's take one more question. We have one more question. Let's do this. What do you have to do here? Okay. So what do we have here? XYZ, a company that provides what? You with the following information. What information? Share capital is given, reserve is given, long-term debt is given, trade payable is given. Right? Okay. Additional information. We have some additional information. What are these additional information we have? The profit before tax. Okay. So if you will see for EVA, we need net operating profit after tax minus overall cost of capital into total capital. This is what I need. Now, if you will see here, what is given? Profit before tax is given. So I have to calculate from here net operating profit after tax. Ye calculate karna hai. You have to calculate it. Then interest paid is this. Okay. Then 30% is the tax rate. Then the cost of equity and the cost of debt is this. Now the point is that from the cost of equity and cost of debt, you have to find out overall cost of capital. Then calculate EVA. Okay. Okay. Now the point is that if you will see how to find overall cost of capital, you will see cost of debt, weight of debt, plus cost of equity and weight of equity. You will use this formula to find out the overall cost of capital. Okay. 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 So I hope you got some idea that how we can solve it. Try to solve it. Huh? I expect you people to at least try. What do you have to do first? First, find net operating profit after tax. Try to find this figure. All right. How do we have to find it? How do we have to find this value? Consider, just give me 1 minute. So consider your profit before tax minus interest minus tax. You will get profit after tax, right? So how will you find, what do you have to find here? Net operating profit. So what do you have to find here? Net operating profit after tax. How will you find it? First, consider the profit before tax. What is it? Profit before tax of the company is rupees 2202.84 lakh. This is the profit before tax. Then what will happen? See, this is profit before interest and tax, not profit before tax. This is profit before interest and tax. Okay. So what we have to do first, reduce interest. What is it? What is the amount of interest here given? Whatever the amount is coming here, then less tax. Right? Solve it and tell me, right? I'm just writing it so that you can solve it. Solve it and tell me what is it coming. Solve this and tell me what is it coming. Yes. Yes, tell me what is it coming. This is coming as 2189.4 lakh. This is what coming. And now find the tax. What is the tax here? 30% is the tax. Right? 30% is the tax. Okay. So we will calculate it. Six five 6.808. Sorry. I'm so sorry. 0.808 lakh. So 2189.4. This will be profit after tax. Now what do you have to do? Add interest net of tax. What is the interest amount here? Add it, right? So this will be 9.438 lakh. So what is it coming? One 1542 016. Right, this is what coming here. All right. So this is what net operating profit. No PAT. This is net operating profit after tax. right? This is what we have calculated, net operating profit after tax. Right. Now, what do we have to find? We have to find EVA, right? For EVA, what is the formula? You have to first consider net operating profit after tax, which is coming as what here? 1542.016. Right? 016. Now, what is the overall cost of capital? We have to calculate it, right? I'm just removing all these figures now. After this, what do we have to do? Overall cost of capital. How will you find it? Cost of equity, weight of equity, plus cost of debt, weight of debt. Cost of equity is given, cost of debt is given, consider it, 12.42%. Cost of debt is given 6.53%, right? Weight of equity and weight of debt. Okay. So what is the weight of equity and weight of debt? And you have to consider the sum also. Hai na? So you can see equity will consider these two values, debt will consider these two values. This will give you the total equity and debt. Trade payable is a current liability. We will not consider it. Okay. Trade payable is a current liability. We will not consider it. We will just consider these two values. We will consider their sum. Actually, it is like this. Weight means what? Weight of equity. Weight of equity means what? You will consider the equity divided by the total. The weight of equity. You will consider equity capital divided by equity plus debt, both. So what is the equity capital here? 981.46 plus 1313.62. Equity will include the reserves also. Right, it will include both. Divided by the total is what? Total will include everything. 981.46 plus 1313.62 plus 144.44, right? This, the complete value. Here, what will happen? You will just consider the debt 144.44 divided by the sum. Sum is all 981.46 plus 1313.62 plus 144.4. It will include everything. Now solve this, right? Let's solve it. So this will give you value 2295. ठीक है? अच्छा. This entire sum is what? 2439.52. So this is same, right? This entire sum is what? 2439.52, right? Let's solve it. Solve it and tell me what is it coming. I want you people to solve and give me the answer. Solve it and tell me what will be the overall cost of capital coming here. Okay. So this will give you the right answer. Just solve it and tell me what is it coming. Okay. Let me help you. So 0.94076. Right? Plus 6.53 percentage into, what is it? 0.0592, 1, right? You multiply them into 0.94076. 11.68%. So this is coming as 11.68 percentage, right? This is coming as 11.68 percentage. And marker, just give me 1 minute, stop working. So if I'll multiply these two values, I'll get 11.68%. Now let's multiply these two values. So what is it? 6.53 into 0.0591. So this will give you what? 0.38. Right? This is what I'm getting. Okay. Now add it with 11.68. 12.07%. Yes, we got it. Okay, let me write it. If I just add these two values, I'll get 12.07%. This is what the overall cost of capital, the capital of both debt and equity, we consider both, right? Cost of debt, cost of equity, we have considered. Weight of debt, weight of equity, we have considered. And we have calculated the overall cost of capital. You must have studied this in your financial management, right? In your SFM, you have this topic, right? So I assume that you have learned it from there. Though I have explained it here also, right? So here my overall cost of capital is coming as 12.07%, right? And the capital, now you can consider the total capital, just multiply it with the total capital and you will get the answer. Simple, right? Okay. The total capital is what? Long-term capital will include equity and debt both, right? So if you will see these two values, these three values will be the capital which you are investing in the business for a long time period, which is 2439.52. Multiply it with 2439.52. Solve it. You will get the answer. Simple. Right? So you can see, if you solve them, you will get EVA. Okay. I'm just showing you in the answer also. So you can see for EVA, We got these values, 12.707%. We have this value, right? And we have net operating profit after tax. If you solve it, you will get EVA. Simple, right? So that's how we have to solve it. I hope it is clear. And what we will do in next session, we will take more question. I have almost completed everything. Just one topic is left, I believe, which is related to non-profit organization. We will take it in next session. And with this, we have finished everything, right? Okay. So let me wind up the session now. Take care, all of you. Bye.